Welcome to Charts Today. My name's David Linton, and today's edition for Wednesday, the 5th of September, comes to you from London. And the dollar pushing higher again this morning, did fall back a little bit at the end of yesterday, but we've recovered that this morning and we're back nudging the highs we saw yesterday. So, dollar strength still a theme there. And if we look at the euro, we see euro sinking lower, just testing those lows against the dollar at about 115 is the sort of next level. Looking at the dollar against the yen, we're seeing strength here, short-term bullish above the cloud, and long-term that transition looking strong as well. Sterling sinking lower, 128 this morning, and against this euro also looking a little bit weaker as well. And against the Swiss franc, we're down, and against the Aussie dollar, we're seeing sterling just improving slightly, but still looking weak. Bitcoin just sitting at that $7,300 level, that medium-term chart starting to look more and more bullish. So Bitcoin recovery may well be in place. We see here the double bottom in the lagging line, which is obviously the price, looking like Bitcoin might be finding a floor. Looking at the U.S. stock market, we were opening again after Labor Day yesterday. We saw the S&P was down slightly. Nasdaq, we saw some mixed response in the Nasdaq, but it was down about 0.2%. The Dow also was down overnight, about 0.2%. So not a big sell-off, but still just struggling to make new highs there on the Dow, and the Russell little changed. The futures this morning are down quite heavily. The US future down about S&P future down about 0.25%, and this short-term chart looking bearish, and the Nasdaq E-mini also down about a third of a percent. So it does suggest the US stocks will open lower. The UK market also looking bearish below the cloud, and UK mid caps also looking bearish. The DAX, we're seeing a bit of a sell-off again this morning, down 0.4%, testing new lows here. Does really look like we're just about to break to multi-month lows, back to levels we saw in April. And if we look at the CAC Courant, we are looking weaker here as well. Japan overnight was down 0.5%, turning bearish short term. Hang Seng was down 2.3%, so Chinese stocks really falling away there, and 1.5% down on the Shanghai market. So China's still a worry. Chinese stocks still set for a sell-off. The Sensex index actually looking weaker as well, and the Aussie market selling off quite significantly, down 1%. Brent crude falling back from that $78 level, just testing the cloud support on the short-term chart, so just pulling back at the moment. WTI also just actually sinking lower below the cloud, so a little bit of a sell-off there. US nat gas sitting at $2.81, so just struggling as well, bearish on all three time frames. Gold struggled a bit yesterday, back below $1,200, looking bearish on short term on that stronger dollar, and the silver chart also looking weaker, making new lows. US 10-year yields sitting at 2.9%, kicked up quite significantly yesterday, looking bullish again short term. Tech stocks had a mix showing last night. We saw Apple actually just pushing higher, so 0.25% higher, bucking the market there, and Amazon through the $1 trillion level, market cap level yesterday, was up at $2,050 at one point, but still looking pretty bullish, up 0.5% there. Google, we saw yesterday, was also just not quite the same, so we were down 0.6% there, and Facebook just nudging this low 170s level again, down over 1% yesterday, so still looking pretty bearish there for Facebook, and the risk of a new low, multi-month low, is still looming below 170. Microsoft is back above that 110 level, but we were down 1% yesterday, and of course Netflix, which has been a real faller in recent months, was down 0.4%, but holding its position. And last of all, Tesla, which has been in the news a lot lately as well, was down over 1.4%, so that's looking more and more bearish. That's it for today. Until tomorrow, happy charting. See you then.